I don't even need an introduction to this video because you already know what's up. Mario Maker 2 has a ton, and I mean a ton of awesome things about it, but there are a handful of details that are really disappointing. I'm still pumped for the game, but with some of the new things that have come out, I've heard that a lot of people are losing their hype. So here are 5 things that Mario Maker 2 has disappointed me on so far, and hopefully these things get changed in updates to the game later on, or they reveal more things at E3. This is a crime. Amiibo costumes were a great way to make unique levels in Mario Maker 1. You can make a Zelda or Metroid themed level by having a costume for Link or Samus, and then your level would have a stronger and more unique identity. It was awesome, and it's impossible to hate the idea. Amiibo costumes were also great because they were in the original Mario Bros. Style, which is a pretty boring style compared to like Mario World with the spin jump and then New Super Mario Bros. With the wall jump. It allowed you to make cool themed levels and made that style more widespread and used by creators. And now with the 3D World style, which is even cooler and fancier than New Super Mario Bros., and with having no Amiibo costumes, the incentive to use the original style is like really low. I can't think of any incentive to really use it, but I was really hyped for Amiibo costumes, especially after the Direct. They showed off like the night themes, and I have a Rosalina Amiibo, and I really wanted to make a low gravity Kaizo level with the effects of the night sky theme. I think it's most disappointing that we don't have Amiibo costumes anymore. Like, this is the #1 thing on this list. And like Nintendo's reasons for, or whatever, for not having it is multiplayer. And I think that's pretty dumb. Just make it so like if there's a block, only have one costume in the block and not multiple ones so people don't look the same. Or you just change the costume to a Super Mushroom when it's a multiplayer session, right? I don't know. It's just so dumb that it's not here. Like, everyone assumed that they were coming back. And there was no reason not to assume that they're coming back because it was like one of the best things of Mario Maker 1. But they're not back, and it just sucks. This doesn't affect me that much, but a ton of people are pissed about it. Just look in the comments on Nintendo's video. And it is really stupid. They made the game multiplayer, but then they made it so you could only play online with strangers. That's literally a 0 IQ play. And their reasoning is because of the multiplayer leaderboards, but I don't think anyone gives a shit about the leaderboards. Now, I'm not that upset because I don't really have anyone to play the game with outside of my brother, and he only lives 20 minutes away, so the Loki multiplayer feature is fine enough for me, but I totally agree that this is a dumb move by Nintendo, and that the multiplayer is just complicating and upsetting the game. It wasn't even a feature at all in the first game, and then they introduced it for 2, but it's not done in a comfortable way for online friends. And a lot of people have friends out of the state or even out of the country. I got a YouTube friend who lives in the UK, and after the Direct, it seemed like we could play Mario Maker together and, you know, talk on Discord, and that'd be really cool. But now we can't, so that sucks. Coming into the Mario Maker 2 speculation scene, and I assume a lot of people, thought that Nintendo would add a lot of new enemies to Mario Maker 2, as the first game was missing enemies in general. We got the Angry Sun now, which I think is a very awesome addition, and you could also argue that the Goombrats are new, but they're basically just Red Koopa Goombas. That was a weird phrase, but yeah, they're just Goombas that don't walk the edge, and I think they're pretty dumb. The hypest addition, though, are Bonsai Bills, which we can have go in every direction. And I think personally, that's like my favorite addition overall. And that's gonna be pumped. But in general, the core 4 styles don't have that much new at the moment, outside of those things. 3D World got a ton of new enemies. Like, I can't even list all of the new 3D World enemies. But the original styles, the core 4, they're lacking things that make Mario games. And I've already covered why I want more enemies in previous videos, but here are some of the enemies that are missing. You might not want all of them, but I'm sure a few of them can disappoint you that they aren't here. Pokies, Fuzzies, Charging Chucks, Urchins, and many, many more. It's no secret now that you can play as Luigi, Toad, and Toadette in multiplayer, but you can also do it in single player. And you can choose your character, but they're all just clones of Mario and function exactly the same. For multiplayer, this is understandable, and I would want that too. But in single player, they should really perform differently, and level creators should be able to choose which character, and thus which physics to make a level around, and force the players to use that. For example, Luigi and his high jump from New Super Luigi U is just the greatest example. I'm also really disappointed that Toadette is now a staple playable character of the Mario games, and that they didn't make Peach playable. A lot of people told me before that this is because Peach is captured in the story, but that's actually not true because in the Endless Challenge, Peach isn't captured, so I don't see why Peach and her float physics can't be playable. That'd make for a very unique level design, and people have also suggested to me that Wario could be playable and act like Charging Chucks and break through blocks with a shoulder charge, and I agree that that would be really cool. I personally really want Rosalina in the 3D World style with the star spin, and that'd be a really great addition. Just in general, if we had characters with different physics, and if we had unique characters and not just Toads, I think the game would be better. Thank you guys for watching this Mario Maker 2 video. I'll have more coming out soon in the future. I'm also working on some Smash Ultimate stuff, which I think some of you guys will be really excited about. Hit that like button, smash it, do whatever you want, do all that fancy stuff, and I'll see you around. So thank you for watching.
Hey, that's